Welcome to this series called Locale the Week Contestant, aka when there's ever a video piled up of drama series like anything embarrassing, we compared it to and we see which one deserves Locale of the Week. Now if there's one, it's pretty obvious. I'll just say welcome to Locale of the Week. When there's multiple, you'll get intro similar like this. We talked about Adam 22. We talked about Jamari and Marvel Rival. Last time we talked about Adam 22, and then we did the Marvel Rivals. Now spoiler alert, they both ended up getting Locale because the one reason why, I already seen this video of this guy, except I forgot to hit record, so we're going to cover it again, and you guys actually will be the ones who chooses Locale Week in the future. Eventually we'll have a community post. I'll tweet out the following vids, and I'll go, who is this week's Locale Week? And I'll give you options, and you guys will vote. Well, but that's if we get there. But at the end of this video, I'll have y'all type in the comments, hey, who is Locale Week? This person or that person? The whole shebang, you know what I'm trying to say. But since it's early on, I'm kind of picking who I think it is, but y'all will pick. So, if you've seen the past reviews, you would be shocked that I kind of give the Marvel Rivals one Locale Week, even though it didn't look like I was scratching it out. But when this came out, I was tweaking. But Adam 22 was just it got so embarrassing that the fight was a cherry on top, bro. I had to kill a Locale, bro. Now, so we have this guy in Locale conversation. So excuse me if I feel like I was barely talking. If I barely even talked in this video, because like I said, I kind of already seen it. I still want you guys to watch this because this is insane. Because this guy didn't get exposed. Instead, he self-snitched. He just accidentally opened up a file and boom. Kind of like the Atron situation where he just exposed himself, but instead Atron was like this. That's how fast it went. You probably wouldn't even notice. This guy though, it was on the screen for what felt like 5 seconds. So, but without further ado, the reaction on Easy. This streamer ruined his career in 5 seconds. We're getting into it.
Let me at least add Wade to the list of champions that I like.
Older couples, teens? What? Hello? Why do streamers like being involved with children? This is Lakari, and about 365 days from the last time we've covered something on this channel, we have circled the block on another streamer liking underage kids. While streaming, not only did he open up a notepad that showed some weird file names, but he also opened up the conversation. What is going on with these people who ultimately become super famous, super visible, and attract a young audience liking that young audience? If you're new to this channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way. I got some people that I'm trying to beat in the subscription count, and us at the Unemployed News Network have got to stick together. Now, back into the video. Now, I know it may be hard to see, but the allegations are saying that Lakari, when opening up his stream, showed that he liked underage,
Translation, he had CP.
Corn sites, videos, underage, you know, animated porn videos, and then allegedly
And he also had like animal shit.
some stuff with some animals, like he's Old McDonald. Lakari is a kick streamer, and
Yeah, he freaky ass dude. And he's a quick streamer. How surprised.
and that seems to check out for what we're talking about. And when he was exposed on stream, he tried to stay on for as long as he could, but ultimately people in the comment section kept getting to him, and it ultimately made him crash out because he wanted it to be known that he didn't do anything.
I'm joking about it. What is right?
Release the Lakari files. I noticed this in chat in the previous recording. I can't even give a good reaction because I screwed up the recording. I should, theoretically, I should have placed this video, bruh.
You're just writing your own narrative, man. What the else do you want me to do? What do you want to do? I'm so sorry. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Whoa.
That's why I'm not crying and sobbing. I didn't do anything, dumbass.
Hello?
You just want me to be guilty so bad. Shut the up, retard. Jesus Christ, I'm so sick of this.
Oh, I'm kind of scared of him. If I had to rank predator excuses, that would arguably be in the top 3. You want me to be guilty so bad. No, we don't. No, we don't. That means you like underage kids. We do not want you to be guilty so bad. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. I think what people want you to do in that situation, Lakari, is just open back up the notepad. Show what you were showing accidentally on screen. You know, give people some sort of truth. Some sort of proof that it wasn't what they thought it was. We don't want you to be guilty. We want you to show us what's going on. Now, eventually he does show us what he was looking at in the stream, and it goes about how you can guess it would go. Have you ever seen Chris Hansen's To Catch a Pred? Yeah. Think this, but for kick streamer.
Fap for Fun? Fap for Fun is site.
Oh, read me text? Why are these text files? Text files is interesting.
You also visit Fap for Fun? Yeah, I download a lot of that shit. Couples? Okay.
Oh my God.
That's literally, is that not that's the file with the sus shit in it. Like, it says one thing, but it has a bunch of sus shit in it. So I don't understand. Dude, I typed, is he illegal? And it's like CP. I'm like, I typed, bro, what?
That's so convenient. That's not true. That's not accurate.
No, that doesn't make sense because I use incognito. Okay. Oh my fucking God.
Now, Lakari displays some specific behaviors that I've seen a couple of different times. One, and I'm not joking, when I do watch those To Catch a Pred shows, like this is textbook here. But 2, it also displays these streamers / content creators' defense mechanisms when they get caught up. It goes from complete deflection and denial to, hey, it was all an accident, to trying to find some sort of relatability with his audience as if to make them on the same playing field as him. But as people on the internet started to consume this content, it becomes clear as day that he is just a part of a bigger conversation when it comes to streamers having a pred issue. People started to highlight the fact that it doesn't make sense what you're saying. You claim that you opened it up accidentally, but that's not what the text suggests. You see, from a closer look at the situation without the green box, you can see that Lakari has the text highlighted. This is a copy and paste. It's not like he hit a hyperlink and it took him there. No, he copied it and pasted it and then took that to the browser. And not only was it a situation where you accidentally searched up for something and something else popped up. I think we can all relate to that. That's why he's trying to pull off that narrative. Trust me, I have a 60-something-year-old mother and she clicks on anything and everything in the world. But it's not leading her to like disgusting pornographic videos. It's usually leading her to like an AI sweater or shoes that she thinks is purchasable, only for her to send it to me for like Christmas or a Valentine's Day gift, as if I can actually buy that. Mom, I can't buy that. That's AI. That's not real. You've got to get off of Facebook ASAP. No. Lakari actually has the links in the videos downloaded. Like, put on that boy's computer. Like, go get the FBI to kick through that door.
This is about the wildest news I ever woke up to. I wake up this morning and I see the Lakari file.
Right after Epstein, everyone's like this person files.
This man has the most outlandish downloads of, I don't even want to say it, but if you know, you know. Bro, why do you have it downloaded?
Yeah.
Question is, what are you watching, bro? Why? Bro, what? Bro, it's so many questions with little answers.
Downloading pornography, for those that don't know, is a level of greed that only the Bible could have described. And
Okay, yeah, I talked about this, bro. If you truly want to goon off, get off, there's a free website for that. But it changes your brain. So does OnlyFans and downloading corn. Bro. They all change your brain, bro.
greed, although I keep alluding to it, is going to play another factor into the conversation about these content creators and streamers when it comes to these, nasty behaviors and acts that they get into. Stick around for that, though. Now, one of the other reasons that people are automatically attributing these nasty and devious acts to Lakari without seeing the videos is because he has been known to admit to engaging in this type of content, liking this type of content, in some sort of IRL game show stream that he did with the Poggers community, where it seems as though this is like a lie detector test. Lakari admits to being into that kink side of things.
Do you like lollies?
Yes.
Oh no!
But no-
How did he not get stopped right then and there? I know technically they're adults, but no, they look like children. No, I mean, no surprise about this guy, but Emily, come on,
Not like that.
Emily.
What's the way that it's...
Not like that.
You're playing fucking Snake over there. What are you doing?
For those that don't know what he was talking about, I would tell you to look it up, but you might end up on the
No,
same type of list that he's about to end up on. Just know that it's interesting in some of these comic books and in this world of fantasy how there are 1,000-year-old or 2,000 or
Literally, remember that one dude with Mr. Beast? When he got exposed, that's literally what he got exposed for.
3,000-year-old sprites and spirits and, elves and different things like that still have childlike appearances. And what's even more interesting is that people have an affinity or a love for those sprites and spirits and elves and different things like that who are thousands of years old, who have a childlike appearance. That's what he's describing that he's into. Lakari puts out a video, and in his apology, he recognizes that the material that people were suggesting was indeed, in fact, in the files. And to be quite honest with you, it's even worse than I thought, and I'm making the video. That means I did the research. This is disgusting. Now, he claims that he never, ever, ever partook in any of that type of content, but ultimately,
I said this I said this when I first reacted to it. I'll say it again. I don't care. You shouldn't be looking for it anyways. You should be staying away from it. Like don't even go near it. Like don't go to it. Go away. I don't care if you was gooning off to it or not. I don't care. It's the fact that you was searching for it or looking at it. Like,
I don't believe some of that. I'm calling cap. It doesn't make sense that there is a file with this type of content and you've never consumed it. You never even looked at the title and then deleted that type of content. Let's just say that there were 30 videos in this file. You opened this file because you obtained it somehow, some way, some shape, some form, some fashion. And then you decided, I only need these 8 to get off to. I'm not going to look at the rest. You didn't delete the 8. You didn't read through the rest of them. Once you get that fresh pack, you're looking through all of them. You don't open up a packet of Pokemon cards, see the first 2, get excited about the first 2 and throw the rest of them away. No, you look through the entire pack. I'm not believing this one bit, because even if it was there, you didn't delete those, right? That's a little bit crazy for me to believe. He does say in his apology that he's taking real steps to change his ways, and he's admitted himself into corn addiction recovery program that will last 30 days. During this time, he'll be able to work out there while also receiving professional relationship and treatment for his addiction. Browsing these types of sites as an escape has been...
spoiler word, this man's never going to change, bro. Because these weirdos never do, bro. They never do.
serious problem for as long as I can remember. Lakari follows up with the icing on the cake for the bigger problem that is going on with the streaming community and its fandom and all these other things like that. Specifically when it comes to, you know, their power issues, their pred behavior and these types of issues. He comes back to make a clarification as to what type of pornography he is into. You know, 2D, not 3D. That means he's into like Paper Mario and not Nintendo 64 Mario, you know, the big Bulbasaur Mario, if that makes it better for you. But I just find it weird as to how these content creators and streamers seemingly have issues when it comes to dealing with their sexual discipline, their addiction, their behavioral issues, and everything under the sun, especially as it involves, you know, young kids and minors. Like, I think that that's so weird. I mentioned stuff like this happening about a year ago, but truly my whole time being on the internet, this has always been existing. Whether it be Dr. Disrespect, whether it be EDP, whether it be any of the other numerous content creators and streamers that have issues with their sexual discipline, specifically in regards to kids, there seems to be this common theme. All these creators have some sort of young audiences next to them, and then all of them take advantage of said young audience. All of them use their name, image, and likeness, influence, and other things like that as a power dynamic imbalance.
Yeah, and it's giving creators a bad name. Now people see YouTubers as PDF files, when that's absolutely not the case, bro. There's even some content creators when back in 2024 when there's like a new one every month. There were some creators that are like, I don't want to even be known as a content creator because of all this mess that was going on. It was that bad.
That they then impose onto somebody younger. Cody Ko is another example of somebody who used his name and his fame in order to have relations with a 17-year-old, allegedly. And then the only thing that happens afterwards, like clockwork, is deflection after deflection, defense after defense, talking about recovery while still making jokes and making content about them. This fake cancellation cycle that we do as a community, ultimately for them to return like nothing ever happened. Their friends, family, and significant others defend them on the timeline, and every time something like that happens, I feel like that one Lou Ratchet meme, they got your man, they got your man.
Hey, you know they got your man. They got your mans on sex assault charges. Yeah, the nigga you be hanging with. Oh, yeah, sex offender. And he was your mans. He was your boy. I heard you grew up with him. That's crazy.
But ultimately, they get plopped right back in front of that audience yet again. I think inherently human beings want some sort of power. And because these adults have arrested development, that is why they seek out the power dynamic and power imbalance that they have over children. They're in places and spaces with children. Why? Because children are willing to entertain the nonsense. It's easier for them to, you know, get over on them, manipulate them, etc., etc. And for what it's worth, they know that they'll have an audience that will always back them, no matter if they do right or wrong. Now, Lakari's been kicked from the platform Kick, which is hard to do, but ultimately I can predict in a year's time that he will be back and he will continue to align himself with these childlike things in order to garner a childlike audience and then ultimately utilize the internet as a way to get his fantasies off. I think it's quite sick and disgusting, and I wish these platforms would work in tandem as a way to, you know, combat these people. If you do something wrong on Twitch, Kick should also take notice, YouTube should also take notice, and then just ban you universally. I've seen it happen before, but honestly, it does not happen enough. And these things don't stick. So if the platforms aren't gonna do it, I guess this is me trying to make a plea to the community and anybody around. If you guys have any young people in your life that are consuming some sort of content creator, tap in with them. Consume that person's content, especially if there's some sort of streamer. Why? Because these sickos can't help it. They do things to purposefully align themselves with a younger, more impressionable demographic, and then ultimately manipulate them. Not all of them do it, of course, but there's seemingly a growing problem.
I say most don't be doing that, but there are definitely some out there that are doing
with these
that,
people being in these places and spaces. I hate the excuse of adults can't be in these places and spaces. If they're gonna do this, hell no. Check in on the kids today.
So it has been quite.
Alright, but anyway, Shamari, WVO, let me know y'all's take on this situation, but I got nothing else to say, so I'll see y'all later. Peace.